Purge from serving meals to thousands of people in need.
Yeah, much needed annual tradition. KPIX5's Emily Turner was with organizers as they prepared for their first ever outdoor Thanksgiving feast.
Everything about this meal looks different this year. Typically, in years past, this room would be packed with people. 3 rows carving turkey and ham, standing shoulder to shoulder, volunteers would be. This year, there are no more than 10 people total in this room. What is it about this year that makes things different?
Well, boy, that's a long list.
From the kitchen to the tables, Glide's annual Thanksgiving meal has a whole new setup.
Oh, boy, it's completely different.
500 volunteers used to help put on the massive feast, but due to COVID guidelines, only about 100 are participating this year. And in order to get everything done, the preparations have been in full force all week and started well before the sun came up this morning.
If you're able to contribute a little bit back to the community, do what you can when you can. And that's what we're doing this morning.
Glide will serve about 2,300 meals today. Anyone is welcome, but most folks will be from vulnerable and at-risk communities, communities whose population has ballooned amid the pandemic.
The people that we serve and that come to Glide typically lack community, right? And so what we do is we've always tried to build this beloved, loving community where people can come and feel like they can just be themselves and belong.
Which is why this year it was so important for the tradition to continue. So they moved the whole thing outside. Hand sanitizer abounds, the line is spaced out, and masks are required. Under the tent, even the tables are socially distant, 6 feet apart, so that people can still get together. In San Francisco, Emily Turner, KPIX5.
In wine country, the Sonoma Community Center turned their annual Thanksgiving feast into a drive-through. The center typically has a formal sit-down dinner, but this year volunteers handed out hundreds of prepackaged meals, some through curbside service.
What we're trying to do is maintain the legacy of the Thanksgiving dinner for the community, and this is the only way we could do it this year, and so it's been a whole new experience.
Yeah, like everything else this year, local families, organizations, and markets all donated to hand out about 500 meals.